and welcome to the New York Sports Show, your number one New York sport podcast. I'm your host, Dominic Konoweski. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to say, folks, if you are a New York Knicks fan, this is honestly the place you want to be. We talk all about Knicks basketball, and if you want to be on to talk about it with me, then comment down below and we could set something up. And I just want to add a mini disclaimer. A lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about in this video, you know what it's about from the title, is mainly just going to be stat-wise and stuff. If you're not really an analytics person, then it's okay if you tune out of this video. But with that said, let's get right into things. So, the New York Knicks have won 41 games in this 2020-2021 NBA season. The fourth best team in the Eastern Conference clinched that seed, playing their first playoff game against the Hawks this upcoming weekend. So I think it's safe to say that this is going to be a very intense playoff series. The New York Knicks have not been in the postseason since the 2012-2013 NBA season. But when you look at it, a 41-win team who only won 21 games last year, but it's the same team. There hasn't really been many changes to the team player-wise. I feel like the biggest thing is coach-wise. So, over the past few seasons, the Knicks have been through a lot, and I cannot stress a lot of coaches. The most recent ones being David Fizdale, and then you had Mike Miller. Both of those two guys are gone. Then, over the offseason, we get Tom Thibodeau, who was a diehard Knicks fan, grew up in Connecticut, went to the games, and now he is coaching what was his favorite childhood team. That's a storybook right there. But wait, there's more. So Tom Thibodeau comes in with a team that has 21 wins, has been the laughingstock of the NBA for how many seasons now? And I say that with the most respect I possibly could about the Knicks. I'm a diehard Knicks fan, has been a diehard Knicks fan since 2009. But the New York Knicks were a laughingstock. No one expected the Knicks to do anything this season except to finish in last place. Tom Thibodeau comes in instantly. The whole chemistry of the team, of New York, and of the fan base changed. The stuff that Tom Thibodeau did right off the get-go is something that not many coaches could do. And the fact that he did it with almost the exact same team is truly incredible. He made a 21-win team into a 41-win team in not even 3 seasons. This is a rebuild that lasts a long time, but the kickstart, all it needed was a good coach to unlock our potential. And Tom Thibodeau was that good coach. He is that good coach. I would say the biggest thing that happened trade-wise this season is the Derrick Rose trade via New York Knicks / Detroit Pistons. Now, Derrick Rose was on the team a few years back, but when he came, instantly, and I cannot stress that enough, right when Derrick Rose came, his magic came with him. The comeback, some people saying, I won't really say that's a comeback. Derrick Rose has always been good. Injuries have dealt him off, though. Have some people kind of like count him out. But Derrick Rose is back, and he proved that to us. Okay, teaming up with former Chicago Bulls teammate Taj Gibson. Let me remind you, Derrick Rose and Tom Thibodeau are very, very familiar with each other. So that right there, it just goes to show just how much of a bond they have. We've seen the stuff that Rose has done with Tom Thibodeau, and it's truly amazing. Put Taj Gibson in the mix. Yes, he's a veteran. Yes, he's up there in age for the sport. But what those guys did alone was truly amazing. Derrick Rose has always been the MVP that we know he is. What Derrick Rose did for the New York Knicks this season, yes, he did not start the season with us, but what he did was truly incredible, something that you will not see every player do. But I feel like the biggest thing that Tom Thibodeau has done this season was just increase the three-point percentage, have the players experiment with stuff. Now, you may not say that about Julius Randle, whose three-point percentage went up a ton this season. Of course, he was mentored by the great and late Kobe Bryant when he played on the Lakers. But In this season alone, Julius Randle hit more three-pointers in this season than all of his career up to that point, which is something that is just unbelievable. So with that said, here is the three-point percentage in the 2019/2020 NBA season between Randle, Barrett, Derrick Rose, and Reggie Bullock. For Julius Randle, 27.7. RJ Barrett, 32.0. Derrick Rose, 30.6. Reggie Bullock, 33.3. Now here it is, 2020 to 2021. So the season that literally just ended, the regular season that literally just ended just a few days back. 41.1 for Julius Randle. 40.1 for RJ Barrett. 38.8 for D. Rose, and 41.0 for Reggie Bullock. Wow. 2nd, 10th, 11th, and 13th biggest, and I mean biggest jumps among 202 players with 100 or more three-point attempts in each of the last two seasons. That is unprecedented. The numbers went up so high in just a span of one season. Tom Thibodeau has unlocked true potential. And then you have Derrick Rose, who is averaging over 50% for field goal percentage coming to the close of the season. The New York Knicks were one of, if not the best basketball team when the regular season came to an end. At one point, they had a 9-game winning streak. Now, you may say, the Brooklyn Nets, the New York Knicks, New York City counterpart, they're better than the Knicks, Statistically, win-loss-wise, yes, you cannot dispute that. But overall, performance-wise, that is a big one up to dispute. The Brooklyn Nets have not been able to contend with the big teams, such as the Clippers, the Kings, or the Spurs. The New York Knicks have. Now, the New York Knicks have not beat every single one of those quote-unquote big teams, but they have been able to contend with them and always keep it as close games. This is going to be quite a playoff session for the New York Knicks, and I truly do think that they could go all the way. Everyone who has doubted the Knicks is now kissing the Knicks' butts like there's no tomorrow. Everyone is hopping on the Knicks train and riding it. If the New York Knicks win this championship, the parade is going to be absolutely unbelievable. And folks, you could count that I will be there. Comment down below who you guys think is truly the best player on the New York Knicks. And what you guys think about this Knicks season all alone. I'm your host, Dominic Conway, the New York Sports Show. And I'm signing out. Peace. Go.